Our good friend Kurokurt left a comment on my previous video that really got me thinking. Kurokurt asks, do you know why nobody understands why blue blood is called blue blood? Ive's blue blood, that is. After reading this, I kind of spiraled down a rabbit hole of considering the lyrics to this song and Ive's overall artistic identity. So, the term blue blood comes from earlier human societies, mainly around the 17th century, the 1800s, and understanding the common person had about aristocrats and nobility with pale skin and visible veins was that their blood was blue, a perception that made an anatomical distinction between people of higher class. This understanding was prompted by beauty standards during this time period, where it was desirable to have pale skin to indicate a higher class in society, representing the lack of need to work outside as the laborers did. Some women even made the effort to paint visible blue veins on their skin to further accentuate their paleness, which I think is very important to consider. This rumor or myth about nobility having blue blood was partially fueled by the members of this class, encouraging this understanding to begin with. So with this in mind, I want to look at the leading message of Ive's song Blue Blood. The chorus reads, "What's your blood type? I'm blue. This noble heart's noble grace. What's your blood type? I'm blue." And then the final line of the song modifies the chorus to read, "What's your blood type? You're blue." Considering this is the song that opens their first full-length album, its narrative seems to be positioned as something very important to consider about this group. Ive bleeds blue blood, but by the end of this song, they insist that we as the listener have blue blood as well. The next song is I Am, the lead single from the album. So, synthesizing all of this together, I feel like we can glean a handful of different meanings. For one, Ive's overall artistic identity in the first few releases of their career accentuated an overly pompous disposition, very self-absorbed and self-important narratives. Love Dive sits at the pinnacle of all of this, a love song about how our narrator loves herself more than anyone else and will decide to choose herself in the end no matter what. Given Blue Blood's grandiose instrumentation, chanting chorus sections, the lyrical reference to nobility in the chorus, Ive also having a previous song calling themselves royal, I think the nobility aristocrat tie-in to the term blue blood is incredibly intentional. And so, similar to the 17th century aristocrats, Ive makes a serious effort to insist that their blood is blue. That understanding being developed about them is made intentional on their behalf, but their first full-length album opens up the possibility that anyone can have blue blood. What does this mean? The lyrics in the following song, I Am, read as follows. Open a different door, you don't need to follow. You're on your way, I'm on my way. I'm on my way, you just have to believe. I'm on my way, it's just as it seems. A strange view of somewhere I want to stay. I'll be far away. That's my life, is a beautiful galaxy. Be a writer, the genre is fantasy. A big stage will open for me tomorrow, so that is who I am. An initial understanding I had about blue blood before this comment comes from the first line, asking us as the audience to open a different door. There's no need for us to follow Ive if our dreams intend for us to take a different path. We are characteristically different from Ive, and so our blood appears blue to them just as theirs does to us. In this sense, the sentiments about another group of people having blue blood seem to be about false perceptions. In the end, we all bleed the same way, but we have different hearts, different dreams, goals, and aspirations, understandings about ourselves and about the world. And coincidentally, Ive also has a song called Blue Heart from their 2024 Ive Switch album. Written by Wonyoung, Blue Heart is a song about putting up a cold and icy disposition to protect yourself from getting hurt. The reality of life as an idol is that you'll likely be placed under constant levels of scrutiny, something that Ive unfortunately knows very well. This to me ties into the overall sentiment about the need for Ive to become different people, reconciling with the fact that the Wonyoung people attack in the media is not who Wonyoung is as a person. This idea is cataloged in the I've Mine album, which I've already made a video about. So why does Ive have blue blood? Why is there a concerted effort to emphasize this at the start of their first full album? Similar to the narrative of Blue Heart, I think it's a way of protecting themselves. It's better to have the appearance of blue blood, to distinguish Ive as idols as different from everyone else. Considering this blue and cold theme throughout most of Ive's work, it's better to be cold-blooded, have an icy disposition in their work as idols. You know, compared to presenting a warmness, opening their heart to people sincerely only runs the risk of them being taken advantage of. The decision Ive has made with the narratives of these songs is to cut off the rest of the world from truly knowing the person behind the idol. And so, they do have blue blood. They are characteristically different from other people. They want you to understand that about them. This is what I think, a kind of short video about this song and how it relates to Ive's overall concept about their lived experiences as idols. The scope of their works so far surprisingly relates very closely to each other, each album with a broad range of depth to it, an introspective look on an idea or question that Ive wants us as the audience to consider as a part of their identity. Yeah, thank you for watching this. If you did, let me know what you think about this. If you have any other interpretations about blue blood, I think the continuous reference to blue being icy or cold has the potential to have many different different meanings to it, not just one. So yeah, thanks again for watching, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you next time.